All right. Sorry. Let me find the dev stream.
Battle Pass Unvaulting, which allows you to take old Battle Passes that you haven't completed and actually continue working against the tier rewards, the cosmetic tier rewards of those passes. It'll be back in the old linear style, and there'll be a curated list of cosmetics there. But for the first time ever in Overwatch, you don't lose that Battle Pass entirely when it goes away. You'll still be able to work on those rewards even after the season is over.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I can't even go back and see which one it is either.
Go out recently.
Like the whole thing I know for a fact is fair use.
But we did get some questions, so I want to clarify some things with you, Patrick.
With a hard strike,
so
you gotta.
I forget to pick.
You have to like fight it legally.
Bank, or does it
you can appeal it with them, but
does nothing happen and I miss XP?
It could also be like a ploy.
It'll default to the next track from left to right that is available, and you can go in and select another one at any time.
Awesome. And how frequently do we change skins and the tier hacking pool?
That will change out every season. So we'll do a new curated list of skins every season, and we're making sure that they are like a pretty cool list of skins. So in this one, you will eventually see we have Cardboard Reinhardt in here. We have some banger skins. So we're not just giving you the dregs here. These are some killer skins.
That's awesome. And now going over to you, Sadie. So you worked on this Battle Pass as well, and I hear there were some lore tidbits and some things that you put in here, some Easter eggs maybe.
Yes, so when we did the UI UX refresh earlier this year, which honestly feels like a lifetime ago at this point.
Dude, I just had a realization, I don't know any of these people.
A lot of community feedback that our menus were a little gray, and so
there's so many new people there.
It was the perfect time to kind of test it out and
address it. Season 3 months long.
So essentially,
yes.
what we decided to do was go back.
Well, actually, it's more like 2 months, I think. No, it's more like 3 months. You're right. Splice, I think, the 4 months.
Roots and
appreciate you.
Putting all this really cool narrative and lore and everything. We want to inject that a little bit into the game as well, and kind of make it an immersive experience. And so it was a perfect opportunity. So I went back, and I think you might see some images or something come up of the Recall cinematic with Winston and Athena predominantly. And I think Athena is such like a really cool character, and she's been with us since the very beginning, and she's Winston's trusty AI.
And many
she's
videos.
Much more than that, and I thought she was such a cool character, and I wanted to kind of bring her forward and kind of inject her into these spaces, and so we kind of focused on that, and so this is some explorations at first of some like 3D mock-ups of like how we wanted to approach the space. So this is just like inside the base. The whole theming and the whole idea of it, this is floating Genji is just like kind of throwing it in, but the whole idea was kind of making it feel like maybe you are in the Overwatch base. You are in like a hologram room or a holographic like space, and Athena's kind of helping you like navigate, the skins, the tier hacking and everything like that, and she's calling out to you about certain things, and so we wanted to make it feel like you are a part of Overwatch, and this here is, I call it my aquarium concept, so this is one of the concepts that I painted and came up with to kind of pitch the idea of like, what would it feel like being inside the Overwatch base, or like being part of Overwatch. I don't think we'd need like a 20-gallon tank, aquarium tank in the Overwatch, but hey.
I'm here for it.
Hey, I mean, I like
aquarium.
Yeah, it's got the iconic like hexagram patterns and everything that.
Why does it give me Assassin's Creed vibes? I see it.
This is a very early mock-up of that stage of like what would it look like. But yeah, essentially what we decided to go with was kind of because Athena is an AI, and so she adapts to whatever is going on, and so the whole idea is that each season, the theme and like the thematic vision for the season does tie into whatever that season is themed after. So if you're in, the Battle Pass and everything like that, you'll get to see like, like previous season we would have like Xion and everything in the background. So it's just a little way to make it feel a little more immersed, and this is a really great
AI
that I believe.
Listen, I don't like AI as much as the next guy, but that's not what they're talking about.
Just very basic.
Like for example, Cortana from Halo is an AI. I wouldn't say Cortana's
like, this is like a very basic mock-up, but
different.
Like what it came from to what it is now. But I want to recognize, like, oh my God, so many people worked on this.
For sure.
Our amazing principal UI artist took my aquarium concept, as I like to call it, and made it a reality, and we went from there, and so many people worked so hard on this, and like there's a lot of love, and There might be some like little
Fair.
Some Easter eggs
in there with a little someone.
Yeah, where should people look for those?
Wait, Winston pillow.
Info panel, something like that. But there's a lot of really amazing work done by amazing people. So, but hopefully, if the community likes this, we can kind of keep injecting that into our other menus.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So if you like something, be vocal about it.
Yeah,
for sure.
They really killed it. Our team is incredible. We love them, and Sadie really nailed it with this design. The whole experience will change season to season, and really just kind of pops now, and I love it.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much, Sadie. Patrick, you're going to stay on because our next segment is events. We'll be talking about some of the events coming this season. So thank you so much, Sadie, for joining us. And we have a video featuring Savon talking about our first starter event for the season that'll play soon.
Hey y'all, I'm Savon, an events producer on Overwatch, and I'm here to show you our Season 4 start event, Shooting Star My Mecha Mania.
Shooting
This event
Star.
is all about the Mecha Squad and features a familiar game show theme, Shooting Star. At the selection screen, you'll choose the first mecha pilot you want to support. Before making your choice, you can preview each pilot's reward
So,
track and see
Diva
what
or
rewards they're
Demon wins
offering.
this every time, right?
Once you select a pilot, you'll begin working through that pilot's event pass. To progress through the event pass, you'll complete daily and weekly challenges. This event, we're improving the amount of time in-game to earn rewards. So instead of feeling like a bit of a grind to get everything, you should hopefully have a more enjoyable time earning all rewards. At the top of the screen, you'll see your event progress, represented by stars.
I'm covering it.
Each star represents a completed Mecha Pilot Pass. When you finish your event pass, a star with your selected pilot will light up. When you complete a pilot's reward track, you'll unlock a special conversation featuring that pilot. Completing a pilot's pass does more than unlock rewards. It also contributes a vote towards that pilot's standing in the global popularity contest. Your support is tracked on a live global leaderboard that you can view throughout the event. As more players complete passes, you'll see the ranking shift and find out which pilot is leading the competition. Once you've finished a pilot's pass, you'll be able to choose a new mecha pilot and start working through their rewards. You'll continue selecting new pilots until you've completed all 5 members of the mecha squad.
Like to feel that heaviness, but still embracing the mecha vibes, of, like some fast-paced action.
Bro, my butthole exploded.
Robotic gameplay, kind of like things like that.
Did I miss anything?
Yeah.
Health tip of the
with that, I
day,
think we can just
sitting
jump
on
right
the
into
toilet that long
to the
will
kids
give you
here.
Yeah, let's do
hemorrhoids.
it.
Off.
And if
What are you
if
talking
any
about?
of our viewers, if you're on Twitch and you have some questions, our mods will be pulling some questions and sending them.
You are not in my
to me,
bathroom.
and we'll answer the ones that we can.
Cool. So yeah,
Health
here
tip
she
of the
is,
day.
in the hero select in all her
Health
glory.
tip of
I'll
the
just,
day
like, swap back here so you can like
Is
check
to
out the
listen to your
animation.
doctor, not
see
random
the
internet
nuance
advice.
from you.
I'm sorry.
All cool.
That's just how it
Appreciate
is.
your
And then you
heart
can
for the
jump right in
community for
game and
hero
start looking
shooters
at
and
stuff.
willingness
So
to
as you
share
can
your
see,
game knowledge with
the
others.
plasma saber
I
sword is
always
very much
trust the
displayed
takes
proudly on
flexed
your
biceps
1P
emoji.
camera here.
Thank you for boy. Appreciate it so
I think
much.
I'll start off with
Which
showing
I'll do.
off some of the F1 screen here, since people like to see some of the numbers. And
You missed the guy
dive into
saying
this.
kinda 100 times?
So she's got her plasma saber as her primary fire.
Well, I'm an
This is a
RN.
Fast attacking melee weapon, and then she's got her power barrier, which is her self-defensive barrier, similar to other self barriers in the game. She's got her propulsors.
you my
That's her
RN?
main way of moving around the battlefield. Very dynamic system of a fuel-based horizontal
offense.
dash.
But like,
She's got her fusion repeater as a gun. She temporarily activates
You're not in my
to
house.
do some hit scan, long range firing. She has an alternate fire on the barrier where she does a surging strike, which is a dash, like forward attack to knock back enemies and push herself forward. And then her ultimate limit break, which
Glad
is a
you
giant
survived.
horizontal slash.
Thanks, and I'll appreciate it.
That cuts through enemies and amplifies the damage they take, and also buffs Demon herself based on the damage she deals. And then naturally,
Yeah, that ult's
being
crazy.
a mecha hero, we have the ejects where she
you missed
goes
him
into
saying
pilot form.
that Wrecking
And
Baby
with that,
is being
she's got
added to the
her
game.
Portable
What?
fusion repeater, which is really exciting for the team. A cool idea the animation team had of like, what if she gets the gun from the mech itself
Who?
and shoots with that, and we can pose her in a cool, interesting way with the minigun. So that's her portable fusion repeater, and from that, of course, to get back in the mech, she's got her call mech, which like David explained a bit, very exciting, a commonly discussed
Rest in
thing
peace,
across the
Flat's
team. Even from the very
toilet, it got
beginning.
hit
Gotta,
by
like, make her
bazooka.
go back to her mech in some cool, interesting, different ways.
Only thing in 10 months. Appreciate it.
That's great. So we have a couple questions that are coming in. So
Did you see the Wrecking Baby clip? No, I missed it.
Instead of a primary fire, what were you going for in terms of her kit, or was it pretty similar to how it is now?
Yeah, we were exploring that. We went back and forth a little bit, like starting with a melee weapon, trying. We like to try a lot of things on the development team, even if they might not work out, because we get a lot of learnings from them. With that, we wanted to embrace some of the mech gameplay.
Is Wrecking Baby just Wrecking Ball demeching?
Fantasy is to swap between different things and stuff like that. So we thought, like, well, she could swap to the gun, back to the sword, or vice versa. So that was an attempt early on to be like, maybe she could use the gun at first, like, or just as the main way of doing it, and then get bigger hitting moments with the sword. But we felt that that was too much straying away from that sword and shield fantasy we really want to have at all times for the character.
For sure. We also have another question.
I hate you so much.
What was the reasoning behind her being exposed in the mecha? Like,
I was like, why are you linking me a
I heard
YouTube
something
video? Is this
about,
the thing? And it's
how
fucking.
It was to differentiate her from D.Va. Is that correct?
Yeah, a little bit of that. I mean, I don't think I could speak too much behind the visual design. Since
I hate you so much.
Abilities and things.
Yeah.
But yeah, partly to differentiate.
No shot that worked. It worked because there was almost no context behind their message, and I'm like, what are they trying to show me? Did I miss something?
Even this, and she's already like the biggest tech
Always
in the game
listen to your primary care doctor as they know your history and you as a person.
Like that too.
I got misdiagnosed with something
sounds
several
great.
times,
Well,
and
we
when
have a
I
couple
went to
questions
my
here,
primary
as
care
well
doctor,
about,
he agreed
damage,
that
so
my
maybe we
exposure
actually,
to the
get
thing
to,
was
like, try her out
non-existent,
and-
and
Yeah, let's
after
just take a look at her
extensive
now in
tests
game.
confirmed I
All
did
right,
not
so
have the thing
her
a
sword
random
attack
doctor
is this
diagnosed
double
me with.
slash attack she does.
That's good
it's
advice.
Like a lighter, faster
Appreciate the
form
bits.
of melee combat.
Always good advice.
So here you can see how she's just hitting enemies like this, doing this 2-swing combo all the time. And then she's got her power barrier here, which is like this
Jesus Christ, it's just Rhine but better.
We have to protect herself and anyone behind her. It follows similar rules as her other self barriers, where she moves slower and can't attack during it, but is protecting herself. She's got her propulsors here, which is a fuel-based movement system. So it doesn't just move you only forward, you can move in any direction you want. It's the real kicker of the kit because you can do all of your different basic abilities while using this. So also swing the sword with it up. Fuel-based system. You can activate it, deactivate it whenever you want. Try to conserve fuel. A lot of that.
It's just Rhine but better.
Combats. Same with the barrier. You can definitely use it while having the barrier up. Which is cool visual design, thanks to David and others, of having her thrusters like actually adjust based on her movements, which I think is really cool. So that is her propulsors, and then she has her activatable ability for the fusion repeater, which is a gun she activates on a duration that has hit scan and some spread to it. So this is her way of handling
6-second cooldown, not
range
bad.
targets or targets out of range, or some way to close in the gap, weaken your enemies, and then finish them off with your sword. Again, you could use this while the propulsors are up and skate around the battlefield and shoot at enemies. So yeah, that is her basic kit there. And then we also have her ultimates, which is her limit break slash attack. So she activates it and does a cool long-range slash attack that amplifies damage.
Look at the overhealth chat. Do you guys see that shit? That was like 1100.
Effects on them. You can see the purple VFX to show that they have damage amplification on them. And she can actually aim during this 1 second cast time during it to adjust how you want. And it is an actual horizontal slash she's doing. So you actually have to be cognizant of enemies being horizontally aligned. If anyone's like offset upwards or downwards, that's another way to avoid the attack. So there it is. It has like a 20-meter range to it. It can definitely be like blocked by line of sight and other things, so that playing around on the battlefield, repositioning yourself with propulsors is going to be key to getting the best output out of this.
I have another question from chat. What was the decision for the self barrier and not a wider one for the team?
We didn't want to step on the toes of Reinhardt, which is very much the slower, more positioning and giant barrier fantasy. We felt like it was very much Reinhardt's thing. So for Demon, we wanted a more agile, character, especially being in a mech with thrusters and things, we knew we were going to move her a lot more. So with that, we wanted to do a more self-protecting barrier with that. Again, to like kind of complement her fast style balance around that and not step on the toes.
Hello,
of
Mr. Strimmer.
Yeah.
Can
So is
we
that
get
true?
roll for sandwich soon?
For her
May 11
ult,
months.
is it a full
No
360
promises.
or just a cone in front of her? And also, does it go through shields?
It is not a 360. She does a 360 spin because our animation team's amazing. They want cool animations, but it is a cone attack that she's doing. You can kind of see it during the 1 second targeting moment there. You're aiming with the cone, adjusting up and downwards. And it is
Go
just
Scarlet, thanks for months.
Yes, that's
spread
why
in
I
front of
play
it.
Rain for ye big shield.
Very cool.
And then
Holy shit, that was
I did not
wide.
show the surging strikes. So while you have the power barrier up,
Surging
you can
strikes?
activate surging strike, much like how you might expect shield bashes to work. And that is a movement you can do forward and knock back enemies. And it does a decent amount of damage. And we also like this because it helps
Do we have Urshifu in
add more
Overwatch now?
dynamic gameplay to her melee system. She could be like swinging and then choose at the right time to do her surging strike to close the gap if enemies are getting away, or take advantage of the environment and knock them off.
Another question here: does her remake have knockback?
Her remake, yes. Let's just get into that. I think I'll just move over here and get to that pilot mode moment. Might take a few seconds here. But yes, the remake, when she activates it, she's going to do a big explosion around her, which does damage and knockback. Different than D.Va. Again, part of the gameplay and visual design was to differentiate from D.Va and do some cool moment there. So I go into pilot form here, and her pilot form has her portable fusion repeater, which is similar to it is the same gun from the mech, and it fires similarly. We're trying to go for a fantasy of it's not powered by the mech, so it does deal different damage and stuff like that. Has a wider spread because it's being held by the pilot herself. But it is a fast-firing hit-scan gun with spread to it, so that's kind of the balance behind it. It's kind of want her to stay close range, because she's kind of going to be, when she demechs as a melee tank, you're going to be in those positions, so we felt that was more appropriate. And yeah, so then she's got her call mech here, which I'll show off. She's going to go into like a third-person camera and actually do the cool animation and reform her mech.
I thought they were going to show the
Yeah, and
knockback.
so that explosion she does will do damage and knockback, and in like a 5-meter range. And the cool part about that, if you saw, I'm in third person and I can turn the camera around, which is actually nice for gameplay to adjust where I'm gonna go next after I've remech, start using my propulsors and go elsewhere. Kind of similar like how Reaper does it in his Shadow Step form.
And then just to clarify, does the ult go through shields?
Oh, I forgot to answer that.
Yeah.
Yes, it will go through shields, but it can still be blocked by other forms of collision, like a May Ice Wall, for example. Here, I'll show the remake one more time. Actually, maybe I could show
Yeah, we
it.
can push that guy off.
You might be blocked by the fence, though, bud. Oh, no, we got him.
Nice.
There we go. So yeah, that's the kits, and
That was way further than I thought.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
all right, so for her level 1 perks, we got the Beast Within. Great
my
name, where her
Christ.
sword hits will actually heal the barrier. Enemy,
Jesus.
so not the damage you deal, but just any
Hello,
hits will
streamer and chat. I
heal
hope
your barrier.
everyone is
What's up?
doing well,
For
and
else, if
holy
you're
shit that
struggling
knockback.
in combat,
Thank you, the 6 months, dude. Appreciate it, Si. Yeah, that
That's a
was.
perk for you. Otherwise, we have Mecha Mobility, where her power barrier, while it's up, will drain less fuel. So remember how while you have the barrier up, you are slower moving. That also factors into while using your propulsors. But now with this up, you're actually conserving some more fuel, which lets you use it for longer. So you're kind of covering almost the same distance you would without the barrier up, but you're still overall slower. You're just draining less fuel. It's a good way to conserve fuel if you're struggling with that too in gameplay. And then for her majors, we got Overstrike, which allows her Surging Strike to lifesteal. Very good for sustaining yourself during heavy combat. And the other one is Focused Fusion, which actually transforms her gun. Again, embracing kind of mech fantasy here of changing parts of your kit. It makes her gun fire slower but stronger shots and kind of turns it into like a sniping weapon. So again, before I pick it, I can just show what the gun is like here, fast firing. And then if I pick the perk, it'll change the cadence of how it's shot. And this is very good for like if you're struggling for targets from far away, you want to do more sniping attacks on enemies from longer distance.
Let's see the headshots on that
the gun
thing.
does hit scan and also crits enemies as well. So yeah, very potent for those faraway targets.
I'm sorry, did I just see
Another
a
question
3-shot
here.
tank
When
at
she's
30 meters that's
interrupted out
hit
of the
scan?
remake animation, is it a very small window?
Yes, it actually follows the same cadence as Diva. So the same cast time as Diva. It's about
shit.
like a 1 second cast time where she's vulnerable, and once she's in it, or once she successfully casts the call mech, she has that brief invulnerable state similar to Diva, and then she's vulnerable shortly after that.
Yeah, like one of the easy ways.
What would you rather do?
visually tell
Hit
is,
2
like, if
fire
you see
strikes
her
back to back on
and
Ryan,
doesn't,
or just shoot the
actually
guy in the head
move
3
at all,
times?
Like that means you can still like interrupt her. Like you'll see her, she'll kind of do this pose where she like squats down a bit, then like jumps back up. During that time, you can kind of like interrupt her with Roadhog hook or something like that.
Oh. And another question here, does Focus Fusion affect the weapon while she's demaxed?
No, that one does not. Felt like it might have been too niche of a case where that might matter, or might make the pilot form too different. But it's an interesting idea. We definitely played with it for sure. Another cool thing about the call mech I could show is that you can do it even while in the air. So you can jump off and like while you're falling, you're slowed down a bit, do that pause in the air, and transform. We thought that was also pretty cool. That came in later, and we thought like, hey, that's making the call mech.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's awesome. Is there anything that you guys were playing around with that didn't make it to the kit?
Oh yeah, for sure. Naturally, being a mech character, there's like 1,000 ideas for what abilities we could do. Some of them I don't think I should speak for in case we want to use them again one day for any future hero. But she did have some cool different attacks with the sword. We tried this like charge blade idea we were doing where like, what if the sword somehow charges up and you can expel that somehow? It kind of led to like things like surging strike or alternate attacks for the sword, but imagine it's like an increasing size on the sword, kind of like how she does the ultimate. That was one idea we were doing early on in the kit, and things move around, and yeah, so that one didn't make it.
Another question here. How do you decide how much HP, armor, and barrier health a character like this has?
Sure.
Honestly, hot take, I think Ryan will be good into her, but I think she does everything better than Ryan does.
What are her movement abilities? These things play around with health.
Ryan, think the prime.
I've seen through our balancing, like Tracer has less health than others because of her fast movements. So there's that, but also when it comes to a tank, there's size. And Demon, like I said, is like the biggest tank
I think Ryan actually will counter her.
So size,
but she does everything better than Ryan,
are,
so why pick him?
You're gonna get shot at. So we have to factor that into how much health she's gonna have, how much armor that is, and how much barrier health is gonna have. We've played around with these numbers internally a lot, and naturally we're gonna keep an eye on live balance and see how it goes, just like how we always do.
Yeah, her swings don't hit that hard.
Wow. Well, this has been an amazing walkthrough for Demon's kit, a lot of her abilities. So thank you so much, you guys, for walking us through. We're like almost there to when everyone can go live and go play her. But thank you so much, guys, for joining us today.
Yeah, happy to be here. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Awesome, and we'll see everyone in game.
Oh, wait. That was cool. That was cool. I think she's definitely gonna be pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Okay.